this event, please all welcome to the stage the PR lead of Vivo Philippines, Charisma Buwan.
Good afternoon to all your media friends tonight. Thank you for your unending support, maybe to our grand launches or even intimate media gathering. So we are very honored to be with you from the very start. You guys are not considered as partners only, but as our chosen elites. This afternoon, we will be sharing with you an innovation that will take our brand Vivo to the forefront of technological advancement in the smartphone industry. So Vivo has been constantly innovating to provide our consumers and partners a complete immersive experience with great features in the palm of our hands. So with this, we are very proud to present and share with you the Vivo APEX 2019. This is a concept phone that will be the benchmark of our and even all the other smartphones out there. So, as we say, simpler future awaits. Yeah, thank you so much.
APEX 2018 concept phone. Thank you so much for your interest in Vivo over the years. Today, I'm deeply honored for the opportunity to share with you our latest concept phone, the APEX 2019. What about APEX 2019? Simply put, it is an even bolder and more dynamic venture on this evolution journey. We've achieved countless breakthroughs and innovations to give you a completely minimalistic unibody display so that all user experiences are all centered around the screen itself. We call it Super Unibody. As you can see, this Super Unibody is all about perfection. Yes, you heard it right, perfection. No grills, no bumps, even the rear cameras are perfectly flash. With Super Unibody concept is also reflected on our choice of material. We use an entire piece of glass throughout on the front and back to create consistency, simplicity, and distinctive visual impact. We're imparting a natural and simple philosophy to our users, removing design traces, making it look effortless and maximizing the user experience. Of course, a good design should also consider user habits to ensure users can enjoy all the functions as they used to. We faced several challenges. The first challenge was to remove the side buttons. One alternative was the capacitive buttons by the intended to create accidental touch. The second alternative we created was the pressure-sensitive touch. But since our Super Unibody uses an entire piece of glass, when you press on it, the impression affects a larger area of the glass than desired, making it difficult to detect exactly where the pressure is applied. So the APEX 2019 took a bold step by combining these two alternatives into one, and we call it the hidden touch sense. Within a limited space on the side of the APEX 2019, 3 highly sensitive capacitive buttons and 2 pressure sensors are tightly packed together. Features fully redesigned user interaction, logic, and UI. Inside the phone body, there's a linear button added to the phone body to stimulate the touch and feedback of physical buttons, increasing both operational accuracy and user experience. TouchSense on APEX 2019 finally puts an end to physical smartphone buttons, completing the super unibody look we've been dreaming for. While developing the APEX Ultra FullView display last year, we battled a lot with the earpiece. Figure out how to remove it from the top bezel. We didn't want to see a wider bezel or a slot on the face. What should we do? This challenge made us go back to the beginning by thinking about the nature of sound, which is vibration. So without slots, is it impossible to sense sound vibrations? Can we turn the phone body into a sound source instead? That's the thinking behind our stream soundcasting technology. It uses a micro vibration unit to send vibrations through the display, turning the display into a speaker, making an ultra full view display possible. Fast forward to APEX 2019. We faced similar challenge, how to remove speaker grills. As I've mentioned a while ago, we're all about perfection, so we need to remove the speaker grills. Again, we went back to the beginning and thinking about the possible alternatives for the speaker sound sources, and we found it. It is the super unibody itself, with two sound conduction units closely attached to the front cover of the phone. The sound is transmitted to the surface through vibrations of the phone itself. With body soundcasting technology, you can hear it, but you can see it. Another slug we needed to get rid of was the charging port. APEX 2019 introduces a revolution in magnetic ports, delivering the same function yet with even more convenience. It is a very clever design. Let's find out why. As you can see here, our phone is level with the port instead of recessed within the device, and the magnetic force of the connectors will automatically attach when the port is close to the phone. While traditional connectors requires you to locate the port and reinsert it the right way up, Mag port can be attached without any effort. Admittedly, magnetic connectors are not new to the market. However, they used to rely on structural connections, either protrusions or depressions, which harms our unibody purpose. So we did something different on the Mag port on APEX 2019. The port and the connectors pins are both flat. We further refined the connections process by repeatedly fine-tuning of the north and south pole, making the connections smooth and fast. A time delay relay system is also there to ensure the safety and protection. This time last year, the launch of the APEX Ultra FullView display deeply influenced the industry. Furthermore, another innovation from Vivo also changed our industry. Can anyone from the crowd tell me what's that innovation from Vivo that changed our industry last year? Anyone? Yes, you're right, sir. It is the in-display fingerprint scanning. It is the first in the world. Vivo is the pioneer and leader of in-display fingerprint scanning. As early as the beginning of 2017, we started to invest in this technology while driving the whole supply chain to catch up. In January 2018, we put this technology into mass production. In February, we released the APEX with half-display fingerprint scanning. In March, the X21 with in-display fingerprint scanning was not only mass-produced, but it also reached 1 million units worldwide. After that, next, X23, next dual full view, and locally released V11 and the recently released V15 Pro also used this technology, and this technology was continuously upgraded, progressively reaching new heights step by step. In-display fingerprint scanning provides huge potential for us to get rid of the home button and the rear fingerprint pad. So in a sense, Vivo, we've been harboring the unibody dream for years. Today's APEX 2019 realizes this dream while revolutionizing in-display fingerprint scanning technology once again. It features the most powerful fingerprint unlocking experience ever. It is the full display fingerprint scanning. Let me share with you a secret. From the very first day when we put in-display fingerprint on the map, we knew that full display sensor would be the future. And yes, this is the future. And that keeps us going. With a sensor that covering almost the entire display, you're not limited to a single spot to touch and unlock. You can touch anywhere on the display to unlock freely as you like. Full display fingerprint scanning gives you more freedom when unlocking, as well as new interaction possibilities. For instance, you can use 2 fingers simultaneously to unlock. Yes, you can use 2 fingers to unlock. Full display fingerprint scanning is undoubtedly a milestone in biometrics. As you know, for Vivo, it is yet another new beginning. We'll push it to the next frontier. What we've talked about so far today are few inspiring breakthroughs that make our super unibody dream possible. Let's talk about how we turn this from an idea to reality. On the production side, APEX 2019 also faced numbers of challenges. Using a single piece of glass to make a unibody phone is easier said than done. Quartz white, Titan silver, and meteor gray. Lastly but not the least, the super unibody APEX 2019 is also a 5G phone, capable of handling a variety of user scenarios. That's all about for APEX 2019. Let's review the key specs and tech highlights. APEX 2019 features full display fingerprint scanning, touch sense, body soundcasting technology, MagPort, G2 curved surface water drop glass, Snapdragon 855, 12 gig of RAM, and 512 gig of internal memory, and it is also a 5G phone. For you to have a better appreciation of this APEX 2019, let's all watch this video.